Okay, so this is a reaction to a comment that I got, which did stick. It did strike me. And his name is No Mr. No Name 1972. And so he says here that I can totally relate to Donnelly. I turned 52 years old last month and in the same position he's in. Unemployed, no social life. I never had a girlfriend and have gone from therapist to therapist, medication to medication, and have been committed to mental hospitals many times over the last 32 years. Fuck, man. It's hell on earth. Oh, I bet. I cannot imagine. I have bipolar disorders with autism, and therapy never helped. And yes, no therapist can ever relate to my issues. I mean, yeah, it's true because all they do is get paid so much money just to sit around and just talk with you and just pretty much give you things that you already know. So, I mean, it's easier to say it, but then to do it and go through it is a million times of a different ball game, and it's harder. What makes matters worse, I have a bachelor's degree in accounting and I could never get a job in that field. I only worked retail jobs and was a long time front desk receptionist at a clinic and got zero respect from my coworkers. Yeah. It's like Donnelly, he was working at Target in his 40s and he's getting bossed around by like people half his age, at night, like getting bossed around by some 19, 20-year-old snob. That's why I could never work retail. And it was what was it? My father was an elite CEO for a television station in Houston and earned millions. I was expected to be like him, but everything backfired in my face. I always had that Sisyphus syndrome. I don't know if I'm saying that right, where every time I would come close to achieving a goal, whether fitness or work related, something would always go wrong. Like a mental health crisis would drop me back to the bottom. I never get that boulder over the hill. Now I'm over the hill. I gave up on therapy. Yeah, I mean, I get like that too here and there where I would start something and then get motivated and then all of a sudden like months down the road it's like boom, like you lose inspiration for certain reasons, like you're not able to find, you're not able to find people who will help you motivate, or you're mainly, it's a lot of stuff that goes on. I have that problem myself and I'm doing whatever I can to get over that. I know that can be a nasty thing to go through, and when you get older, especially when you push 40, 50 plus, that can get really, really difficult to deal with. And then you're looking at yourself, man, I worked so hard to achieve this, and then all of a sudden I'm back to the bottom and I couldn't get up. It's like you make one step forward and you're like 10 steps backwards. Like it's really hard to get back up there. It's almost like, you go to the Super Bowl and then all of a sudden you fall short, and then the next season you're like you have a losing record. So that's what it feels like. But all right, but going back to Mr. No Name, that shit is really hard, man. I'm sorry. I mean, again, there's no therapist. There's really like no therapist who could sit down and help you because you know, like what I was saying before, people don't, like, especially normies don't have the time to sit down and be patient with you because everything is fast paced, and you see why people are just impatient when they look at you like you're slow or you're not really keeping up with the group or whatnot. It can be so discouraging, and especially for those who are on the spectrum, like it can be so hard. Like Aaron's journal has gone through that. And speaking of Aaron's journal, I already did a reaction to one of his videos that's gonna come out maybe I don't know when, but it's gonna come out soon. I just have to I just have to upload it. But not any, but not right now. I'm gonna upload this first. Yeah, it's just that never ending like loophole of like going the like well for some people either going to work and then just having nothing to look forward to. For this guy, he I can bet he still has student loan debt that he hasn't paid off. I mean, not sure if he what kind of payment repayment plan he's on, or if he's on a for or if he's on one of those where it's like after 20 years that student loan's forgiven, but he more likely might be on that. um and especially with unemployment, that's like you're not getting any money. That's really holding you back big time. And the fact that he has a successful family line, and he's he could not, he could not even come close to replicating that. It just has that feeling of disappointment, and it's just utter defeat. And I mean, that really is difficult. I'm so sorry for someone like him to be going through that. And then he did reply, I don't know how much time I have left on this earth. I don't have the balls to unalive myself, but I hope I don't end up in hell like everyone around me thinks I'm going. Shit. Oh my god. I wish this man got more help. I wish there was something I would tell him. I cannot just be like, well, you gotta get over that victim mentality. You gotta get over it. You gotta start somewhere, do this, do that. Because think about it. This shit is fucking hard. This shit is hard. I can't. I don't want to. I don't want to be like given some false. I mean, like things that you should be doing, but it's just so hard for someone like him, especially at that age, to be able to ignite fire and try to get up there, especially with the insane amount of failures that this man has to go through. Um, yeah. That's about it. Um, yeah, thank you, Mr. No Name. I really appreciate your comment. I, 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 I just wish there was something that I could say for him. I mean, just please hang in there. Um, and for those watching this, please show this man some love. I mean, if anything, if there, I mean, I don't have any solution or what, but if there's anything, at least I can just try to show some love and support for this man's journey, and for those who are going through similar difficulties like that. But anyways, guys, thanks for watching this. And yeah, I'm so sorry. I have nothing to say beyond that. Like, yeah.